This is the Chapter 5 overview on creating tables, charts, and SmartArt graphics. We'll start with inserting tables, Excel spreadsheets, and drawing a table. In the Insert tab, in the Tables group, you can select to insert a table, how many ever columns and rows that you would like to have. You can also, from that same group, you can open up the dialog box instead if you prefer, and choose the number of columns and number of rows. Or you can draw a table, and you can also add an Excel spreadsheet. Once you have a table in there, you are also able, under the Table Tools Design tab, you're also able to change the table layout with many options. Change the colors, you can change the shading. You can also change the borders to add more borders, or just all borders. You can also change the effects of the table. So many options for the table design. Another thing you can do that you'll learn to do in this chapter is inserting SmartArt. SmartArt are pre-designed graphics, usually in the form of diagrams or organizational charts that add to our message. They should not be used unless they are clarifying the message that we are trying to get across in our speech or our presentation. To do this, we go to Insert and SmartArt, and I'm going to just choose a simple one. I'm going to resize it so we can see our text on our screen as well. And I can also change the design on these. If I select the SmartArt and go to Design SmartArt Tools, I can change the color. I can make each one of them a different color, and I can also change the layout of the way it looks on the screen. I can also reset a graphic from here, as well as convert the graphic to text, or convert it to a specific shape as well. In this one, we'll learn how to insert text into a SmartArt. So I'm going to insert another one. And I'm going to resize it again so it's a little bit smaller on my screen. And I can insert text. Notice it auto flows the size that it needs as you type. You can also insert the text using the SmartArt or the text pane by going to the SmartArt Design Tools Design group and creating, under the Create Graphic group, turn on the task pane so that you can type directly in here. Or if you don't want the text pane, you can always close it. And again, you can also convert your graphic to text if you prefer. After you've put it on there, if you decide it's too much, you can always convert it. The other thing you can do, you'll learn to do in this chapter, is creating charts. These are visual presentation of our data. Many times a spreadsheet doesn't really tell someone that much, but a chart will tell them a whole lot more. So insert, under the Insert tab in the Illustrations, Chart. And I'm just going to do we'll do a simple column chart like is showing there. And here is your spreadsheet. It's a template of sorts, and you can change the names that are in here. And you don't have to use all of the numbers. You can take some of those out. You can also change these numbers. And you can close this. You can right-click and edit your data. I had a typo there, so I can correct that. Maybe. And I moved that because I don't want all of that on there. And I'm going to close it, and it made that correction on my chart. Here I can choose what elements I want on there. If I want the left and right, the X and Y axis, I do. If I want the axis titles to say what they are, I can put those on there. Or I can, of course, have the chart title. I'm going to change that. You definitely want to actually add a title that makes sense. You can also adjust the colors if you prefer something else. You can also filter it for certain things if you only want certain things on your chart. Let's say I only wanted group 1 on there. I can do that and add only group 1. So a number of changes that you can make in the charts. Very easy to edit your chart by right-clicking, but you can also do so under the Design Chart Tools under Edit Data. The last thing in this chapter that you'll learn is about creating a photo album. I'm not going to do one, but because it's pretty easy to do, you just under the Insert tab, Images group, Photo Album. What I usually do is before I get started, I create a folder and put all the images that I want to use in the photo album. I recommend that you resize and be sure that you not only resize them visually, but that you resize them in the actual file size, as images do take up a lot of room, and the photo album could become quite large. You can also customize your photo album, and you can also format the pictures in the photo album using both the Drawing Tools Format tab and the Picture Tools Format tab. End of this video.